Hello students and family members, this is Mr. Panza taking you through this place value lesson. Today our main focus question is how do we write numbers in standard form, expanded form, and written word form. What is place value? Let's try and remember exactly what place value is. If I can remember the song, I can understand exactly how much each of these digits is actually worth. For example, this 3 in the ones column, because it's in the ones column, is only worth 3. And I also know that all of these other place values have a different name as well, just like the digits on our fingers, because it starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, then the millions, and that's place value. It's important to remember this song because it's going to help us write with what our main question was, words in standard, expanded, and written word form. Those numbers can be addressed in different ways because just like you can describe Mr. Panza as a husband, a son, and a brother, you can write numbers in different ways. For example, this number is written in standard form, all squashed together. This number over here is written in expanded form, and this number here is written word form. Those 3 different ways you can write the same exact number. They all have the same exact value, but they look a lot different. So today my goal is to teach you 3 different strategies to go from each of these versions of a number. Let's first take a look at if you are given a number in expanded form, that looks like this, and taking it to standard form. The first thing you would need to do is sing the place value song that I just sung and create a place value chart. Here's what that would look like. It starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands, 10,000s, and I stopped there because my largest digit is in the 10,000s place value. Now all I have to do is take each individual number and place it on the correct place value line. So you can either start with the largest digit, which is where the 1 is, in the 10,000s place value, or you could start with the lowest digit, which is where the 3 is, and put it in the ones place value. However you do it, I start crossing out these numbers and place the other ones, the other correct numbers, on their correct digit to write a number in standard form, taking this expanded number and easily using this chart to place the numbers in the correct position. The 2 is in the hundreds place value, and the 7 or 70 is in the tens place value. So this number, 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 200 plus 70 plus 3, is actually 13,273 in standard form. Now you may not always get a number written in expanded form and asked for it in standard form. Sometimes you may be given the written word version of a number and you have to again write it in standard form. So once again, you sing the place value song and create your chart. Starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands, 10,000s. When I stop, I look at the number, 52,100. I write 52,000 in the correct place value position, and then the 100 also, each individual number representing one place value in the chart to get 52,100. How about if I have a number and I want to write it into expanded form? Well, that takes one more step. First, I've got to create my place value chart. In fact, I'm going to do this a couple of times. So if I am given a number, for example, like 47,048, I need to create a place value chart with 5 place value number spots. Starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands, 10,000s, and then I stop. And I take each individual number, for example, like the 4, and I can place it on individual place value lines. The 7 would be on the thousands place value, the 0 in the hundreds, the 4 in the tens, and the 8 in the ones. Now, step 4 tells me to replace any place value to the right of the number I'm looking at with a 0 and repeat for every digit. So the 7 is actually 0, this 0 remains a 0, this 4 is now a 0, and this 8 is now a 0. But I'm not done because I've only taken care of the first digit in the 10,000s place value. I also need to work on the 7, which is why I'm going to put a plus sign and then create another place value chart, this time with 4 place value lines. It starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands. Take the 7, place it on the thousands place value, and replace all other numbers to the right with a 0. I'm done with the 7. Now I have the 0. I don't actually have to write anything for the 0 in the hundreds because it's not worth anything. It has no value except to hold a place value position. Instead, I move on to the 4 and create 2 place value lines for the digits 4, and I replace this 8 with a 0 to make 40, because that 4 is actually worth 40 because it's in the tens place value. I now take this 8, I bring it down here, and because it's in the ones, it just has 1 place value and stays right there, which means in expanded form, 47,048 is equivalent to 40,000 plus 7,000 plus 40 plus 8. Just like the previous addition, we may not have a standard form number to expand it. We may be given a written word version and have to create an expanded form version. You can still use these same exact steps. Let me show you how. First, create the chart. Starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, followed by thousands, 10,000s. Then I stop because my largest digit is in the 10,000s place value. In fact, 10,000 only has the 1, and then I replace whatever else would be with zeros. There's nothing else. There's nothing in the thousands place value, so I move into the hundreds place value, which has 3 digit holder place value spots, and a 7 goes in the highest hundreds place, and the other 2 are replaced with zeros. But then I have a 3, because this is 32, in the tens place value, which turns into 30, and a 2 in the ones place value. So 10,000 plus 700 plus 30 plus 2 in expanded form actually is equivalent to 10,732. Let's take a look at one last example. This time we will be changing expanded form numbers and standard numbers into written form versions. Let me show you how. If you're looking to write a number in written word form, you just need to do this. Say the number out loud. Write exactly what you say. Let's say it again. Say the number out loud. Write exactly what you say. Try it in a deep voice. Say the number out loud. Write exactly what you say. And in a squeaky voice, say the number out loud. Write exactly what you say. Which, when you have a standard form number, works perfectly. Not a problem at all. Because I see this number and I can say, oh, this number, 86, goes together right before the comma, and that's in the 10,000, so I say 86,305, which means when I see that number, I need to go ahead and write it in written word form, 86,305. The same can be said for any time you have an expanded form number and you want to write it in written word form. You just need to say the number out loud, write exactly what you say. Let's try slow-mo. Say the number out loud, write exactly what you say. So the first thing I would do is I'd create a place value chart with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines because it starts with ones, then the tens, then the hundreds, then the thousands, 10,000s. And I'd place each individual number in the correct place value holder, which then gives me a standard form number that I can say out loud, and I can write exactly what I say. 23,789, which means I would write exactly what I said. 23,789. So now you can take those strategies and use them. I am going to click this new number button, and a new number is going to come up, and I want you to try and write that standard form number in expanded form and written word form. All you have to do is pause the video when the number pops up. Here's the first number. 16,352. Write it in expanded and written word form. Now pause the video and do it, and check back for a new number. Here's your new number. 90,427. Go ahead and try this one at your own pace at home. Let's do a couple more. Pause the video. 96,491. One more. 13,061, expanded form, written word form. So all of these will help you answer our main question for today, which is how do you write numbers in standard form, expanded form, written word form? Thanks, I hope these strategies help.